Good Friday, folks. It's a long weekend for Labor Day, and we're getting ready to send out a bunch of comics to CGC. We have 2 shipments going, one modern, one vintage. Within those shipments, they're broken up by custom label and regular label. So first thing I'm going to show off is the custom label ones that are going out for all the boys that are going out. So first one, our buddy Matt on the island has this beautiful 340 Direct. I'm hoping that's probably in the 9s. It looks great, no spine ticks, sharp corners. So yeah, I don't see why this wouldn't be at least a 9. Then, and that's going to be a Wolverine custom label. And then we got Tommy sending in a 316 Direct, and this one looks really good too. I'm not taking them out of the bags, but I remember pressing it thinking, wow, no spine ticks, nice sharp corners. So we'll see what this one comes back. I'm thinking at least in the 9s. And this will have one of the Venom Lethal Protector custom labels. And then this one here is also Tommy's. And this is a CPV Canadian price variant for Secret Wars 8. It'll have a Secret Wars label. I'm thinking it's probably in the 7.5. It's got 1, 2, 3 ticks. A little bit of a dog here at the bottom that pressed out, but yeah, it's probably, I'm hoping in the 7.5. Then we have from our buddy Mark. He's got a First Silk Amazing Spider-Man 4 going in. We wouldn't send this in if we didn't think it was a 9.8, so we're hoping for 9.8 on that bad boy. Then we have Amazing Spider-Man 298. That's going to have, the Silk's going to have a Spider-Man custom label. This and the next one will have a Spider-Man custom label as well. And 298, and these are in the 9s for sure, I think. I don't want to say for sure and then have them not, but they were both beautiful. I remember asking him, am I supposed to press these? He's like, you already pressed them. I'm like, oh, okay. I was like, they look really good. And then a 299. So those ones are going out for Mark. The new guy, Frank. We've been chatting for years, and I've seen him at shows. At the Comic Hunter, all that, and so we finally connected. He brought over 3 books he brought over a stack of books that he wanted to send off, and one by one we went through them and looked at it. It's like, you know, Frank, this looks like it's going to be a 5. Let's look it up. Oh, as a 5, it's only worth $100. You know, do you want to spend $50-$60 to get it done? And he's like, no. So we went through them all and we picked out 3 books. There's some in here, and I think there's some of the vintage. I have them written down. So he's sending off this really nice newsstand, and it looks good. I don't see any issues with it. Nice newsstand, probably in the 9s, we're hoping. Then we get into my custom label modern stuff. If you saw, I made a Facebook post. We got kind of ballsy over here, and we cracked and pressed some pretty big books, like this guy. I had purchased a 9.4. And it was CBCS. There's a nice Miles custom label. So I cracked it. We're going to send it in. And we're going to see if I can get it, pressed it. So it had 2 defects. It had 2 visible defects on it that are not there anymore. So we're hoping. Even if we get a 9.6 out of it, it's well worth the crack in the press. Then we have another Miles custom label. And that one's going to be, we're hoping for 9.6 on that bad boy. It's got 1 little tick. So we shall see. And then I cracked that bad boy. And that was a bit of a stressful endeavor. Amanda cracked it. I didn't even crack it. She's cracking these things. It's really cool. So there's a nice Moon Knight label. So that's going in. This was a 6.5. I cleaned it, or I pressed it again. I don't think it's going to get much more than 6.5. Hopefully it doesn't drop in grade. But yeah, 6.5 is what it was at CBCS. So we'll see. And then, yeah, I'm sending in a couple of these guys, custom labels. Probably in the 8s. I just want to have them with the cool Venom Lethal Protector label. And then, of course, I'm sending in a 316. And let's get some spine ticks. My luck, it'll be like a 4. It looks like, a 7, but who knows with the way CGC grades this book. It's so tight. But it's a newsstand, so it's worth a little bit more. Then we're moving on to the regular labels. So this is for modern, just normal labels. And first I have our buddy Christian Mosier's got this. Now, this went to CBCS, came back at a 6.5, and when we looked at it, it's like I hadn't even pressed the thing. And so what happened was it sat on the cold dock or however in Texas for like a year, and all the pressing stuff just kind of undone. So I pressed it again, and hopefully it'll get put in. Once it gets into a bag, once it gets encapsulated, that the pressing stuff kind of doesn't come back. But like if it sits just loosey goosey in a box for a year, yeah, it's not going to come. It's not going to stick. So I pressed it, and we're going to send it back in, and it was a 6.5. Let's see, and it's newsstand, which is really cool. Like you just don't find those. So let's see where that comes back. And then this guy I cracked open, Canadian Press variant newsstand, very rare, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Adventures #1. It was a 9 with CBCS, and I don't know why. So we cracked it, and we're sending it back in, and I pressed it again. So we'll see. Then I got this little guy from Remy last week, Canadian Price variant, or like a month ago. G.I. Joe silent issue. I've been looking for it forever. I don't expect it to come back much more than a 5.56 maybe, but I just want to have it, and it's the regular logo. Then I have Spider-Man Noir, which I just got not that long ago. It's a different one than the one me and Derek have together, and actually I own that now too, but that was a variant, and this is cover A, so it's worth a little bit more. Then our new buddy Frank has a Sandman #1, which looks awesome. It's got like this little thing in the corner down here, so hopefully it comes back 9.6 at least, like mine did. And then Frank's got a first appearance of Sabretooth. And this is beautiful, and well, it's like, it was rough. Now it's probably like 5.5, 6 maybe? For Sabretooth. It was very wavy. So that's all the moderns that are going in. Let me just separate those so they're in the right piles. And then we're going to get into the vintage. So first vintage is basically they're all the no custom label are all Tommy and Matt's. So I'll start off with Matt's from the Island. Oh, Batman #54. Look at that friggin' book. And it did not look like this before I cleaned and pressed it. So, very nice book. Batman 54. And then we got Batman #50. But this one's in rough shape. But, you know, even if it comes back 0.5, it's a money book. It's, you know, classic Two-Face cover. Then we have Journey to Mystery #89, which is Thor's Origin Retold. Very beautiful book. This is actually really nice. Like 4, maybe 4.5, unless there's something I'm not seeing. But you know, the spine's got some dings, but it's definitely not a 3. Like it's in the 4s. So yeah, good job, Matt. Then we got some for Tommy. We got a Spider-Man 12. Probably in the 5, 4.5. Yeah. Then we have ASM 31, first Gwen. Yeah, first Gwen. And, you know, probably a 3, 2.5. There's no chunks missing, so we'll see. Then a 45, which I just sent in there last week, or last month. And, really nice. It's got that mark on a little mark on the cover there. I don't know if you can see that, but other than that, super nice book. I'd probably put it in like 5.5, 6. It's a nice book. Then we got Amazing Spider-Man 34, Craven the Hunter. Really nice book again, probably in the 6s. It's got some... thing about this book is that it's all white cover, so it's got a ton of spine stress, but you can't really tell because it's the white cover. So we shall see where that comes back. Now, the last part are all mine, and they're all custom label vintage books. So yeah, I just basically, I only had 2, and then I filled in the order, and it was basically charging me $100 shipping for 2 books. And so I kept adding books to it, and I got up to 8 books and still stayed at $100 shipping. So then I went and pulled 6 nice Silver Age books out of my collection that I thought would be cool with custom labels, so vintage custom labels. So this is what I got for Spider-Man. I got a 19, which looks, you know, pretty decent. Probably a 4, maybe, which maybe not. It's got a date stamp. It's got a bunch of cover stuff. Even a 2 is worth a bit of money. So hopefully at least a 2 on that bad boy. First Norman Osborn. Hopefully a 4, 4.5. Yeah. And then just a really nice Kingpin. I love that. Nice and tight. Really beautiful book. I don't know what's going to come back. I'd like to see it come back at a 7. Yeah, it's a solid copy. Then I went and got some Daredevils because I have some real nice Daredevils. And I wouldn't mind having a custom labeled Daredevil across the top. So we got a 39, and I mainly selected this because of the condition. It is beautiful. We'll see. I've said before, oh, it looks in the 9s, and it comes back 7.5. So I'm not going to say for sure, but you know, it looks like a 9. We'll see. Then one of my all-time favorite covers, Doom and Daredevil, same deal. Real nice book. Barely anything wrong with it. A little bit of color rub. You know, I'd like to say it's an 8, 8.5. We'll see what it comes back at. But real nice Daredevil, and it's going to have a Daredevil custom label. And then we got Daredevil 17, Spider-Man appearance, real nice as well. 6, maybe? Yeah, I freaking love this book. It's just a great cover. Then, a couple big boys. So that's going in custom label. And this is probably a 4, 4.5. I've got a 3.5 I might crack at some point and send in if this comes back decent. I got 3.5 that is CBCS that I wouldn't mind having a custom label for, so I may send that in. This is going to have a Wolverine custom label, by the way. And then finally, my Punisher. It was a 7-0 CBCS. I cracked it. I pressed it. I don't expect it to get much better. It's really nice, though. Like, maybe they'll get generous, but it's going to have a Spider-Man custom label in it as well. So that is it for this submission. I know I've been promising I'm going to clean and press this big book, and we're going to send it out maybe over the weekend. I'll get a chance to do it and send it out probably the beginning of the week, maybe. At this point, it's kind of a availability on the credit card because I only got like a $1,500 limit on that particular credit card. And this order is like each section of it is like $400 or $500. So I've got to keep an eye on the credit card when the order is processed, put money right on it right away. Bang, get it done. And then keep an eye on it the next day and see if it goes through. And if it goes through, put money on it and it'll be done. So that's kind of, I don't want to say the issue, but that's kind of where we're at with it. So I'm going to send this off as one package, hopefully today. I've got to input the moderns into the system. I've already done the vintage. I'll be sending off, I'll just touch in with you guys and let you know what you owe me probably over the weekend. And then put that right on the credit card. So if you have any questions, get a hold of me. Check out our Instagram page, our YouTube page, our Facebook page. Go to squeakycleancomics.com. We got lots of comics for sale up there, or trade, or whatever. We haven't seen a whole lot of movement on that site in the last week. Not a whole lot of traction. We did do a trade, but that's about it. Other than that, that's all that we got. Hope you have a great long weekend. A little longer than I was hoping, but it's a long weekend. What are you going to do? All right. Have a great day.